folks, in today's video you're going to see how to create an e-commerce app, and that's the part 2. The part 1's link is in the description below. Let's get started. First of all, we have to complete the stores, and here I've made a small change in the e-commerce. That's inside the e-commerce, I've created one folder that's stored. We need another folder, and we need another folder that's the e-commerce. And then we need a folder that's going to be the static, the template, that's going to be the CSS and the JS. So let's continue the store and complete it up. And in the e-commerce part, I'm gonna do the 3 files, and one file that's going to be the settings. I'm going to explain it to you guys. And in the statics, it's all about the templates, so I'll be explaining it to you guys. So let's begin with completing the stores. First, we have the utils. Here inside the utils, we have imported the models and JSON file. We have imported JSON because we need to save and add to cart. For that, here let's come to the utils.py, and here we need 2 imports. That's going to be the JSON, and then we have imported the models. We need JSON for the cookies of the cart. You can see dry cart is equal to JSON.load. Here we need to load the cookies needed for cart. So for that I have imported JSON, and then we need the models for importing all the models. And after that, after importing the necessary libraries, I've created a function that's cookie cart. Here what we're going to do is we're going to get all the cookies needed for the cart. That means all the policies, you can see, that's needed for the app. You can see all the policies that's needed for the website. So I've created a function for the policies of cart. And here I've put the feature as request, because we're going to request here of them to access. And I put the feature as request, and then I've created a try and accept method. Inside the try, I've put cart is equal to JSON.load request.cookies. Here we have requested all the policies that are needed for cart, and then I've told accept cart is equal to empty. We need to set the cart to empty, because you can't just add items and then check out. You can't just add and keep You can't just add the item, so I've put the cart as empty as of now, and then I've told print cart is cart. So I've printed that cart is empty. Cart is just an empty list. And I've told items is equal to, it's going to be empty because we haven't put any items into the cart. And I've told order is equal to get cart total, get cart items, shipping is false. I've set the cart total to 0, and I've set the cart items to 0 because we need to, the money, for the cart, the final checkout, that's going to be 0 because we haven't added any items. So I've set the items to 0, and I've put the shippings to fall because and I set the shipping to fall. And then I've told cart items is equal to order get cart items. So here I've told that just order, you're going to order it up, and then you're going to get the cart items that what you've ordered. And then I've told for I in cart, I've put another try and accept method. In the try method, I've put cart items is equal to cart items plus cart, that means each and every item in cart, the quantity. We're going to get the quantity plus the cart items. And then I've told product is equal to product.objects.get. And ID, we need to give a particular ID, so I've put the ID as I. So wherever we use this I, I'm going to get the product. So I've told product.object.get. So I'm going to products that so I'm going to get all the products that the user has ordered. And then I told total is equal to product.price. Let me just make it big for you guys. Yes. I've told total is equal to product.price multiplied by the item, like the quantity. I'm gonna multiply this. That means what we did here. Like think, and then I've told total is equal to product.price multiplied by product quantity. So let me just give you an example for this one line. Think that you have bought 2 ice creams. So one ice cream is for 20 rupees. You can't just like put how many ever items you buy, you can't put it as 20 rupees, right? How many ever ice creams you buy. So that's why this is there. I've told product dot price, the price 20 multiplied by the quantity, that's 2, that's totally 40. So total is going to be the 40, it's going to be 40 rupees. I've told and then I've told order get cart total is equal to order plus the total. So I've told that this total, whatever we have, the quantity, I'm gonna get the cart total. Cart total in the sense all the items. For all the items I'm gonna get, and I'm gonna add this to the total. And then I've got this cart items again, the whatever we did over here. I've told cart items is equal to cart items plus the quantity. So this is going to be the order of a cart completely. And then I've told item is equal to id as product dot id. We're going to set our id to that product. So I've told product dot id. And then I've given the details of product, like the id as product, the id of product, and the name as product's name, and the price as product's price. I've given the details. And then image URL, we need to set an image for the product. So I've told product.get image URL, we're gonna do that in Visual Studio Code. And quantity is cart quantity, whatever quantity we have in cart. And then I've told digital is product.digital, we're gonna get the total, whatever the complete cart total is. And then I've appended this item, this complete like the information. And then I've told if product.digital is equal to false, order.shipping is equal to true, because then that means the person hasn't ordered anything. So we're gonna put shipping as true. And then we're gonna accept this pass, so we're just gonna pass it up. And I've returned this cart items and order and items. I've returned the complete details of the item. And then I came out of this cookies, whatever whatever policies are there, I came out of that function. I have created another function that's cart data, and here also I have put the feature as a request. I've created a if else condition saying if request.user.is authenticated, if the user is authenticated, then customer is equal to request.user.customer. We're gonna take the details of the customer, like we're gonna get their mail and their name. Okay, we're gonna get the details of the customer. And then I've told orders comma created is equal to order dot objects dot get or created. If the objects should be created, so I've told customer is equal to customer, complete is equal to false. So here we need to create, in this line what I did is we need to create items, right, all the items. So I've told order dot comma created. So whatever order that's created is equal to order.objects.get or created or create. You're gonna get the item or create the item. And then customer is equal to customer, complete is equal to false. And then I've told items is equal to order.order item, set.all. Like here I've got all the items that is in the cart. And then I told cart is equal to order.get cart items. So what I did here was I've got this cart, whatever items we have in the cart, I've got that. And then else if the user is not authenticated, then cookie data is equal to cookie cart, whatever the policies are there, we need to accept, the user need to accept it. And then I've told cart items is equal to cookie data of cart items. I'm gonna get all the data of the cookies, that means the policies. And I'm gonna say cart item is equal to, I'm gonna get all the items in cart and order. Over here in the cookie data we have put all the item name. So I've got the item's name from there and the cart items. And then I've told order is equal to cookie data order. I'm gonna get the order from this cookie data, and then items is equal to cookie data items. So inside this cookie data we have put everything of the items detail. Inside this cookie data we put all these, that's the cart items, order items. So we've got all these and put it into separate variables. I've returned this cart items, order and items, that I did it over here also. Yes, here also, and I've done it here. And then I'm gonna come out of this cart, and then I'm gonna come out of this function cart data, and I'm gonna create a new function that's guest order. and here I put the feature as request and data. And then inside this function I've told name is equal to data, form and name. We're gonna get the name of the item. Here I'm gonna say name is equal to data, and inside this function I've told name is equal to data, form, name. I'm gonna get the user's name, the username and their email address. So I'm gonna say email is equal to data, form, email. And then I've told cookie data is equal to cookie cart request. So I've put this cookie, I've told that the cookie data is going to be a cookie cart, the function cookie cart, and then I've told items is equal to cookie data, that means the cookie cart function, and the items. I'm going to get the items from this cookie data, and I've set it inside the items. And then I've told customer comma created, that means we have got their email and the name, that means customer comma created. Here what we're gonna do is we are making sure that the customer has logged in or is a user of this. So customer comma and then I'm gonna say customer comma created is equal to customer dot objects dot get or create. So here I'm gonna get the details. I'm gonna make sure that the user has logged in or signed in, and then I'm gonna say customer dot name is equal to name. I've put that this customer's name is customer dot name is equal to name, and then I've told customer dot save. I'm gonna save this customer's details, and then I'm gonna say order is equal to order dot objects dot create. I'm gonna create the objects. I'm going to say customer is equal to customer, complete is equal to false. And then I'm going to create a for loop saying for each and every item in this item list, product is equal to product dot object dot get id item id. I'm going to get the item id for each and everything, and I'm going to put it as a product. And then I've told order item is equal to, I'm going to create a product or get a product. And I have put the quantity of the item also, and then I have returned this customer in order, so we're gonna display the customer in order. So now let's move to the views. Yes, so we have completed this utils.py, that's the main part. Now let's move to the templates. I'm gonna open Visual Studio Code and I'm gonna open the folder that is gonna be here, and I'm gonna go to store templates. We have all the templates here, that's cart, checkout, main, store and view. So first let's move to the main. First I've put the basic syntax, that's going to be the HTML tag, and then I've put the head tag, and inside this head I've put the title, that's going to be the top title, and I've put the title as ecom, and I've put few bootstrap links, and then I've told script type is equal to, and here I've created a script, and that's going to be JavaScript. So till here, whatever I do till the end of script, whatever I do is going to be in form of JavaScript. So whatever I write should be the syntax of JavaScript. I've created a function that's get token. I'm going to get the cookie, so I'm going to say cookie value is equal to null. I've created a variable, and I've set the cookie. I'm going to create a variable cookie value, and that's going to be null. And then I've told if document.cookie and document.cookie is not equal to empty, that means if the policies are not equal to empty, then the variable cookies is equal to document.getCookie. I'm going to split up this two cookies by this end. That means we're going to separate all the cookies or the policies. And then I've created a for loop saying for variable I is equal to 0, and if this I is going to be smaller than this cookie length, then I++. This is just a for loop. First we're going to initialize it up, and then we're going to put the function what we want to put, and then what we have to do inside that function. And if this variable is going to be smaller than the cookie length, that means if it's not going to be 0, then we're going to say I++. Variable cookie is equal to cookie I.trim. We're going to trim these cookies that are not needed. And then we're going to say, we have created a if condition saying if cookie.substring, if cookie.string 0, name length plus 1 is equal to name plus is equal to. So we're going to see if this cookie string will begin with the name we want. I'm gonna say cookie is equal to decode URI component. Here I'm gonna decode the cookies and I'm gonna say cookie dot substring name dot length plus 1. So whatever the length of name is going to be, I'm gonna add 1 to that and I'm gonna break this up. Break this complete if loop. And then I've returned this cookie value here. And I've created a variable called CRF token. And then I've created a variable called CSRF token. And here I've got the token, whatever is there. And I've created a function, variable cookie ARR. And I'm going to say document.cookie.split. So I'm going to split this cookie up. And I'm going to pair it in an array, and then I'm going to create a loop that's variable I is equal to 0. If I is going to be smaller than cookie array dot length, the length of cookie, I'm going to say I plus plus. So inside this I've created a new variable that's cookie pair, and I've told cookie pair is equal to cookie AR, that's the cookie array, each and every cookie in the cookie array dot split is equal to. And now I'm going to remove all this white space. I'm going to say if name is equal to cookie pair 0 dot trim, I'm going to remove all the space and I'm going to return this decode URI component, and I'm going to return this decoded URI component cookie pair. I'm going to return this cookie pair and I'm going to return null if there's nothing needed over here. And I've created, after that I've ended this function completely. I came out of this function and I'm gonna create a function that I came out of this function and I'm gonna come out of this function and create a new variable that's cart. So I've told where cart is equal to json.parse get cookies. I'm gonna get the cookies of cart and store it in the variable cart, and I've told if cart is equal to undefined, then cart is a empty array, and then I've told that this cart is created. I'm going to print out the empty array. And then I've told document.cookie is equal to cart. And it's a document.cookie. And I've told cart is equal to json.stringify. I'm going to stringify the cart. And then I've printed this cart complete. And then I've printed this cart, and that's the end of script. And that's the end of head, and that's going to start. The body is going to start. I've created a link that's going to be A, and class is equal to navbar brand, href is going to be store, and here I'm going to set the text as ecom. And then I've created a button, and inside this button I've created a span. And then I've created a division. Inside this division I've created an unordered list. And inside this unordered list, there should be a list. So inside this list, I've created another link that's going to be of the store. Let me show you guys. The store.html, and I'm going to print out. That's going to be the store. And another unordered list, the same thing. And this is all going to be the division. Let me show that to you guys. Let me go live, and there should be a navigation bar here. See? Store. And that's going to be a navigation bar. So I've linked this store up in the unordered list, in the division. And then I've created another tag, another A tag, and I'm going to say class. This is going to be, I'm setting the class as button warning, button warning, and the text I've set it to login. So here we're going to move to another page, and that's going to be a button. The login is going to be a button. And I've created another link, and I've linked this to cart, and that's going to be, we're going to show an image. You can see here, image ID is equal to cart icon, and images cart.png. We have the images here. Do not worry about the code. I'll be pasting it in the GitHub link below. Let me move to my desktop and move to my file. That's going to be in static images. And yeah, you can see you have all the images over here. The cart is here. Cart.png. This is all going to be like, and I've ended this division and navigation bar, and then I've put a few bootstrap links at the end of JavaScript, and I've linked this JavaScript of cart. Do not worry about that. And that's the end of body, and that's going to be the end of HTML. So yeah, now we know how to create the main part of the e-commerce website. Thank you friends. Please do like, share, subscribe and comment below, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye bye.